Hello, welcome. I wanted to just briefly talk about Loving Someone with Borderline Personality Disorder by Sherry Y. Manning, PhD. To cut to the chase, I recommend it. If you know someone with BPD or want to know more about BPD in a practical sense, it's not an academic book. It's a very popular book. But it's very good. It's only like 235 pages, and it's easily written. It's written for a popular audience. It's not that dense. Pretty easy to get through. A lot of it. I felt relieved reading a lot of it. I was able to identify with either the recipient of a BPD engagement, or sometimes even the provocateur of a BPD engagement. I made some notes and stuff, and like, because I know someone, I love someone with BPD, and so I thought it would help me understand them better. It has sections like this. I haven't filled them in yet because I want them to read it first before we go through some of the examples. But there are a few examples, like at the end of the chapter, to try to apply things. One of the big things I learned that's very important is validating emotion, and how a lot of BPD is, in a strong sense, due to a consequence of not having their emotions validated as a child. And it's a long-term effect of that. So the steps it takes, like validating their emotions, validate the things that like you can validate, not encouraging, what's the word, inappropriate behavior. But then just it's also it was nice to see that it was also work for the person with BPD as well, with their goal being to they have a goal as well, which is to try to not engage with their emotions so quickly and passionately, and try to have some dispassionate rationality guide some more of the decisions in their lives. That was good, but I mean, the channel is called Find It in the Infinite. So if you're familiar with that, you're familiar. I'm going to be you're aware I'm influenced by Soren Kierkegaard. And my big, maybe this is a side point, maybe it isn't, but reading this book, it reinforced my idea that psychology is too, in my opinion, psychology is too popular, and it's called upon to answer questions I don't think it really can. And in a sense, all of this. It had a biosocial theory for how it wanted to engage with BPD, and I am not. BPD is definitely an emotional and behavioral category, but since it is a naturalistic enterprise, I am concerned that sometimes psychology will classify a behavior category as due to miseducation, when I think it's actually due to the action being evil, because the book doesn't speak in categories of good and evil. Kierkegaard would say that despair and anxiety are not psychological categories, but spiritual categories. And so there were times in that book where they were willing to classify something as behavioral issue, and I think, well, it could be more of a conduct issue and a virtue issue, and a spiritual issue. But that, I mean, that's modern psychology. It is what it is. I wanted to throw that out there because I've had that thought on my mind for a bit. But it was still good. Again, Loving Someone with Borderline Personality Disorder. Again, I said in the beginning, I do recommend it. I didn't want to waste your time with all this. But if you weren't interested. But yeah, it was good. I highly recommend it. Not really a lot to say on this one. It's a very simple book. But it is good. I do recommend it. And thank you for your time.